It's ransomware time again. Audacity's got some trouble and we now know Windows 11 motherboards. How's it going, everybody? This is Dave LeClaire with Emule Tech Bytes, and I am here to take you on a journey through the magical world of technology news. It has been a busy 24 hours, so we're going to break down the big stories. We're going to tell you why they matter to you, and then we're going to wave goodbye and say see you later. So here we go with our first story right now. If there's one piece of free software that almost everybody loves, it's Audacity. The music editing software is beloved by everybody because it is free and it does exactly what you want it to do. It has all the features that you need to edit audio and to do it quickly and painlessly. So recently Audacity was acquired by Muse Group, and the company has made some pretty shocking changes to the terms of service that will make users of the application rather unhappy. Specifically, the terms of service now say that Audacity may collect all sorts of different data on you and then use it in ways that you may not be too thrilled with. In some very vague phrasing, Audacity says that it may collect data necessary for law enforcement, litigation, and authorities' requests, if any. Which seems rather weird. Why would an audio creation tool need to report anything to authorities? We're not talking about torrenting or anything weird like that. You're creating music or editing audio. Why would they need to collect data to send to authorities? That's a little sketchy. They even mentioned that they may share data with a potential buyer, which kind of sounds like maybe they're collecting data from Audacity users with the end goal of selling Audacity to somebody else who may use that data for nefarious means. I don't want to point fingers here, but this does not sound like something that should come along with a music creation tool. So what can you do about this if you are an Audacity user that really relies on it to create your audio? Don't update past version 2.4 and you should be good to go. That's where the new policy takes effect. So if you leave Audacity at version 2.4, you should be good to go. Now obviously that means you're not going to get any new features and new updates going forward, but at least your data will be secure. The ransomware group REvil is back at it again. This time they are demanding $70 million in Bitcoin payments in exchange for a universal decryptor that will unlock the computers and systems of over 200 US-based companies. This is a very, very large attack, and they're looking for a large sum of money. We're not quite sure where that sum of money is going to come from. Will all the companies have to come together and give them the money, or will there be a government entity or someone who steps in and throws the $70 million? It's not clear how this is all going to work. Of the 200 companies, 40 of them were targeted through Kaseya, which is a managed service provider, which is thought to be at the center of this supply chain attack. And apparently some security researchers actually told Kaseya about a zero-day exploit that could be used, and it appears as though the company did not react quickly enough to close it, and therefore that is what allowed REvil to get in there and perform its ransomware attack. So currently, outside of the $70 million in Bitcoin payment, they're also looking for $5 million to unlock an individual company or $50,000 to unlock each individual computer. So if one company wants to get themselves out of the situation and not worry about the other companies that are involved, they can pay $5 million in Bitcoin payments and get their systems unlocked. If everyone comes together, that's where the $70 million comes into play. In Sweden, 500 supermarkets were forced to close, 11 schools in New Zealand were shut down, and there have been several incidents in other locations that have caused some pretty significant problems due to this ransomware attack. And we're not even sure if that's the end of it. There may be companies that have not stepped forward as being part of this attack yet, so we don't even know if 200 companies is the limit or if that's just the beginning. So this is one of those situations where we're just gonna have to keep an eye on things as it progresses and see how it shakes out. Will this be the type of thing where they have to pay the ransomware demands? Will they be able to figure out a backdoor to get out of it? Only time will tell, but we will most certainly be keeping an eye on it as it moves forward. So Asus, Gigabyte, and MSI have all announced which motherboards are going to be compatible with Windows 11. There are quite a few of them. We're going to list them all off here, but if you can't follow along, if it goes too fast, check the link in the description for the MUO article that breaks it all down for you and has the full list of motherboards. So here we go. So here's the list from Asus. On the Intel side, you have the C621 series, the C422 series, X299 series, Z590 series, Q570 series, H570 series, B560 series, H510 series, Z490 series, Q470 series, H470 series, B460 series, H410 series, W480 series, Z390 series, Z370 series, H370 series, B365 series, B360 series, H310 series, Q370, and C246 series. And on the AMD platform, you're going to be looking at the WRX 80, the TRX 40, the X570, the B550, the A520, the X470, the B450, the X370, the B350, and the A320 series. Any of those ASUS motherboards will work with Windows 11 no problem. So for Gigabyte, they announced that the Intel X299, C621, C232, C236, C246, 200, 300, 400, and 500 lineups, as well as AMD TRX 40, 300, 400, 500 motherboards are all compatible with TPM 2.0, which means they will work with Windows 11. So MSI actually took to Reddit of all places with a reminder that first of all, this is not necessarily a full list of motherboards that are compatible with Windows 11. Instead, it is a list of motherboards with TPM 2.0 support, which means they should work with Windows 11, though time will tell. So the list of motherboards from the 500 series are the Z590, the B560, and the H510. From the 400 series, you're gonna get the Z490, the B460, and the H410. From the 300 series, there are quite a few: the Z390, Z370, B365, B360, H370, and H310. And from the 200 series, you're gonna get the Z270, B250, and H270. Then down to the 100 series, you're gonna get the Z170, the B150, the H170, and the H110. And finally, the X299. So that's kind of your quick breakdown. Those are all the motherboards that are TPM 2.0 compatible, which means they should work with Windows 11, though there could be other issues preventing them from working with Windows 11. Once we get closer to the Windows 11 release, we will know for sure. But for now, that should give you a quick baseline to know whether or not your motherboard should work with Windows 11. And with that, this episode of MMO Tech Bytes is over. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it entertaining. Make sure to click that thumbs up button. It will help me out a lot. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another episode of MMO Tech Bytes. And I will see you guys in the next one.